I recommend that your first reloading press be a Dillon Progressive press. I know 5 or 6 men who have started reloading with a Dillon Progressive press, and I don't know any of them who have stopped using it and switched to a single stage press. Once you've used a progressive press, you won't want to use a single stage press because you can load the ammunition so much quicker. And at first, I suggest you use the progressive press as a single stage and only load one cartridge case at a time in the press, so that you can see all the operations. You can concentrate on that cartridge case. That was resize and deprime. This is reprime. Station 2 is drop powder and flare the case mount. Station 3 is seat the bullet. Station 4 is crimp the bullet. And it's loaded. And I suggest you do that one cartridge case at a time until you become comfortable with the operation. There's a lot of things happening here when you've got all the stations filled with cartridge cases, and you have to kind of keep track of everything. Even though I'd been reloading for 30 years before I bought a progressive press, my Dillon 550, my brother-in-law suggested that I only put one cartridge case at a time in, watch what's happening, get comfortable that I had everything, all the dies set up correctly, I knew what was going on, and then when I got comfortable with that, I could use it as a progressive press, and I could turn out a lot more ammunition with the progressive press. And good ammunition too. So my routine is to pick up a bullet, pick up a fired cartridge case that's been cleaned, rotate the shell plate, put the bullet on the case in station 3, put the fired cartridge case in station 1. I can look and see if there's powder in the case in station 2 after I've dropped powder in it. And pretty soon you develop a routine of, now I'm out of primers, or low on primers, develop a routine of loading and keeping track, and you have to keep track of primers, and you don't want the powder to get so low that you don't have any powder and start loading cartridges without powder. So there are things to keep track of. And I like the Dillon 550 because it's quite versatile. I load many pistol and rifle cartridges. The Dillon Square Deal B is less money. It only reloads pistol cartridges. The Dillon 650 has the advantage of a powder check die, and you can buy a case feeder for it. The 650 will reload rifle and pistol cartridges. You can buy a case feeder for the 550, but it will only feed pistol cases. And of course there's difference in price on all of these. But I suggest you do not spend your money on a single stage press and start that way when, if you load and shoot very much ammunition, you'll want a progressive press and want to use it and end up shooting more with it. The old joke is that when you reload you'll save money. You actually do save money per cartridge, but once you realize you're saving money per cartridge, then you shoot more and you end up spending at least as much and perhaps more money. when you're a reloader compared to when you were buying factory ammo. And of course, at times, factory ammunition is hard to come by. Shortages, panic buying. Same problem occurs for reloading components. At times it's very difficult to buy because so many people are purchasing it. But I suggest you take the long-term view of getting into reloading. How are you going to do it? What sort of a press are you going to buy? Talk to your friends about what they have. I did that. I talked to people I knew about what press did they have, was it a Progressive, what did they like, what did they not like. That was, I thought, quite interesting to hear their opinions. So I suggest a Dillon Progressive press. I can recommend a Dillon 550. That's what I have. I actually have two of them. That I consider two of them a luxury. And you can get on YouTube and look at the presses and see how they work and get those people's opinions. There's a lot of information that you can gather before you make a decision.